Real estate expert Kashif Sohail is going to show you the properties in Arundel County, which is located in the U.S. state of Maryland. As of the 2010 United States Census, its population was 537,656, a population increase of just under 10% since 2000. Its county seat is Annapolis, which is also the capital of the state. The county is named for Lady Anne Arundel, 1615 to 1649. Anne Arundel County is included in the Baltimore-Columbia-Towson Metropolitan Statistical Area, which is also included in the Washington-Baltimore-Arlington Combined Statistical Area. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, the county has a total area of 588 square miles, 1,520 square kilometers, of which 415 square miles, 1,070 square kilometers, is land and 173 square miles, 450 square kilometers 29%, is water. Anne Arundel County is located to the south of the city of Baltimore. Most of the county's borders are defined by water. To the east lies the western shore of the Chesapeake Bay, and numerous tidal tributaries of the bay indent the shoreline, the various rivers, creeks, streams, inlets forming prominent peninsulas, also known as necks, as further south in Virginia. The largest of these tributaries include, from north to south, the Magathi River, Severn River, South River, and the West River. Further south, the upper Patuxent River forms the border of Anne Arundel with Prince George's County to the west. Deep Run forms part of the northwestern border with Howard County, and Lyons Creek forms part of the southern border with Calvert County. The Patapsco River to the north is the border with Baltimore County, but the communities and areas of Brooklyn and Curtis Bay neighborhoods, and adjacent Fairfield, Wagner's Point, also known as East Brooklyn, Arundel Cove, off of Curtis Creek, and Hawkins Point, lying south of the Patapsco River were annexed from Anne Arundel County to Baltimore City in the third major annexation of January 1919. Anne Arundel County originally included all of the land between the Patuxent River and the Patapsco River, main stem and south branch, upstream to their headwaters on Pars Ridge. The northwestern section of this long tract later became Howard County, with the border between the two runnings very close to the Atlantic seaboard fall line. As a result, Anne Arundel County lies almost entirely within the Atlantic coastal plain while Howard County is almost entirely within the Piedmont province. Elevations in Anne Arundel County range from sea level at the Chesapeake and tidal tributaries to approximately 300 feet, 91 meters, in western areas near the fall line. The terrain is mostly flat or gently rolling, but more dramatic banks and bluffs can be found where waterways cut through areas of higher elevation. With the exception of the very limited extent of Piedmont underlain by Precambrian to early Paleozoic metamorphic rock, all of the county is underlain by thick deposits of gravel, sand, silt, and clay dating from the early Cretaceous to Holocene times. Most of these sediments are unconsolidated but include local formations of sandstone, especially in the Pasadena area. Anne Arundel County has a humid subtropical climate, with hot summers and cool winters. Annual precipitation averages around 40 inches, 100 centimeters, per year throughout the county, with a fairly even distribution throughout the year. Annual snowfall totals around 21 inches, 51 centimeters, on average at BWI Airport, which has an elevation of 156 feet, 47.5 meters, above sea level. Slightly colder winter temperatures and higher snowfall are experienced at the higher elevations, with slightly lower snowfall closer to sea level. According to the most recent USDA hardiness zone maps, the lowland areas of the county fall into Zone 7B, with an expected annual minimum temperatures of 5 to 10 degrees Fahrenheit, -15 to -12 degrees Celsius, while higher areas fall into Zone 7A, with expected annual minima of 0 to 5 degrees Fahrenheit, -18 to -15 degrees Celsius. Anne Arundel County has had a charter government since 1965. The government consists of a county executive and a 7-member county council. The county executive and council members are elected in the same years Maryland conducts its gubernatorial and legislative elections, and may serve a maximum of 2 consecutive terms. The Democrats have the most registered voters in the county, but the large number of Republican-leaning independents means Republicans win more county-wide elections than in other mostly suburban counties in Maryland. However, Democrats are the dominant party in Annapolis city elections. In the 2016 presidential election, Anne Arundel County voted for Hillary Clinton over Donald Trump by 6,016 votes. It was the first time that the county had supported a Democrat for president since 1964. 4 years later, Joe Biden won the county by nearly 15%, the largest margin of victory for a Democrat in the county since the landslide election of Lyndon Johnson in the 1964 presidential election. In 2000, The median income for a household in the county was $61,768, and the median income for a family was $69,019. These figures had risen to $79,294 and $91,071 respectively as of a 2007 estimate. There are two full-service hospitals in Anne Arundel County, Anne Arundel Medical Center in Annapolis and Baltimore Washington Medical Center, formerly North Arundel Hospital, in Glen Burnie, part of the University of Maryland Medical System. The newspapers of record are the Capital and the Maryland Gazette, now owned by the Capital, which was founded in 1727. Anne Arundel County is the home of Baltimore Washington International Thurgood Marshall Airport, commonly referred to as BWI. BWI serves as the main airport for Greater Baltimore. It is also an increasingly popular alternative airport to residents of the Washington, D.C. area. BWI is an East Coast hub for Southwest Airlines, meaning direct flights are available between BWI and much of the country. This is District Court Annapolis. There is a parking lot directly behind the courthouse. It's hard to miss it. The District Court handles misdemeanor offenses, such as DUIs, other traffic citations, trespassing, theft, and minor offenses involving possession of a controlled dangerous substance. More serious cases are referred to the Circuit Court. All District Court cases are argued before a judge. If the defendant chooses to exercise his or her right to a jury trial, the case will be forwarded to the Circuit Court. The District Court of Anne Arundel County consists of two courthouses located in Annapolis and Glen Burnie. This is the Court of Appeals of Maryland. It is the Supreme Court of the U.S. state of Maryland. The court, which is composed of one chief judge and 6 associate judges, meets in the Robert C. Murphy Courts of Appeal building in Annapolis. The term of the court begins the second Monday of September. The court is unique among American courts in that the judges wear red robes. The Maryland Court of Appeals joins the New York Court of Appeals in being the only two state highest courts to bear the name Court of Appeals rather than Supreme Court. This is the Maryland State House. The State House is the oldest in continuous legislative use in the United States. Construction started in 1772, and the Maryland legislature first met there in 1779. It is topped by the largest wooden dome built without nails in the country. The Maryland State House housed the workings of the United States government from November 26, 1783, to August 13, 1784, and the Treaty of Paris was ratified there in 1784, so Annapolis became the first peacetime capital of the U.S. It was in the Maryland State House that George Washington famously resigned his commission before the Continental Congress in 1783. Annapolis is the capital of the U.S. state of Maryland, as well as the county seat of Anne Arundel County. Situated on the Chesapeake Bay at the mouth of the Severn River, 25 miles, 40 kilometers, south of Baltimore and about 30 miles, 50 kilometers, east of Washington, D.C., Annapolis is part of the Baltimore-Washington metropolitan area. Its population was measured at 38,394 by the 2010 census. This city served as the seat of the Confederation Congress, former Second Continental Congress, and temporary national capital of the United States in 1783 to 1784. At that time, General George Washington came before the body convened in the new Maryland State House and resigned his commission as commander of the Continental Army. A month later, the Congress ratified the Treaty of Paris of 1783, ending the American Revolutionary War, with Great Britain recognizing the independence of the United States. The city and state capital was also the site of the 1786 Annapolis Convention, which issued a call to the states to send delegates for the Constitutional Convention to be held the following year in Philadelphia. Over 220 years later, the Annapolis Peace Conference was held in 2007. Annapolis is the home of St. John's College, founded 1696, the United States Naval Academy, established 1845, is adjacent to the city limits. This is Annapolis City Dock. It lies at the foot of Main Street that slopes down from Church Circle and St. Anne's Church. The dock is now a narrow waterway from Spa Creek, once named Carroll's Creek, with the dock area called Dock Cove, into the heart of the lower town. At the head of the dock is a small park with the Kunta Kinte Alex Haley Memorial with the market house and a traffic circle in an expanse of asphalt surrounded by historic buildings. The market house, though relatively modern, stands in a vicinity occupied by similar market houses dating to 1730 when the city market was moved from the State House area to the head of the dock. The dock itself is now used largely by recreational vessels rather than the commercial boats and boats of Chesapeake Bay watermen selling catches. The dock and surroundings are part of the colonial Annapolis National Historic Landmark District. This is the United States Naval Academy on our right side. The United States Naval Academy was founded in 1845 on the site of Fort Severn, and now occupies an area of land reclaimed from the Severn River next to the Chesapeake Bay. The Annapolis area was the home of a VLF transmitter called Annapolis, which was used by the United States Navy to communicate with its Atlantic submarine fleet. Students that attend the Naval Academy are enrolled in school for 4 years with a following 5-year commitment to serving in the Marine Corps or Navy. There is a typical average of around 4,500 students enrolled.